All right, everybody, we just got home from garage sales and we've got an hour before the post office closes. So we're gonna just ship out the orders that have to go out today real quick. We only live about 3 minutes from our post office. Like, it's really close by, so it's not a big deal to get packages out, you know what I mean? So we actually, while we were out garage selling, we just had this order come through from Shelby. Thank you for your support of our channel. Shelby bought something awesome. Shelby bought this right up here. We've had this for quite a while and I was wondering when it was gonna sell. Because I haven't got a lot of bites on it yet.
You can ask it. Like,
but look at this.
What you guys don't know is Ryan's been waiting for this to sell.
Yeah.
Whenever we look around and we try to do like that good vibe thing and we're like, I hope that sells soon. I hope this. Yeah, this is something that he's always like, I wonder why it hasn't gone yet. So Shelby, thank you for making that crazy dreamer's dream come true.
I picked that thing up at a garage sale. Man, it was a while ago. I remember when we got it. I can't remember how much we paid for it. It was in a video.
Was this the one with all the rabbits?
Yeah. What was it, like $5 or something? It wasn't much.
I don't remember.
Anyway, we bought it at a garage sale. It was definitely under $10. And we sold it to Shelby for $39.99 plus shipping. That's a great deal. We're probably gonna have to Frankenbox something to get this to ship. We're definitely gonna have to makeshift a box to get this in. So anyway, glad to get that out. Free all that shelf space up there. Look at that. Thank you, Shelby. We love that.
Also, Frankenboxing is like, Ryan's excited that he gets to do that too.
Yeah, it's fun. Then we sold another Funko Pop. It's another Five Nights at Freddy's Funko. And as you guys know, we have a little over $2 into each one of these Funko Pops that we got at the garage sale. We got a total of 14 of them one day. And I think I see it right here on the shelf. It's a Bonnie one. It's number 107. There it is. Got it. There he is.
Thank you for whoever got that.
I do not believe this was a viewer. However, it's a cool Funko.
I still thank the person.
Thank you, whoever bought this, yeah. So we got, I think it was $11.99 plus shipping on this guy. So pretty awesome. I love selling Funkos, they're really fun. And then, oop, beep, beep. And then we just sold this. I just got done listing this. I haven't even gotten around to putting it away yet. We just sold this right here. This Remington little shaver thing.
Oh, that was a good time.
Yeah, we just picked this up this past Sunday, so we've had it for less than a week. At a garage sale, we spent 10 bucks on it, and we sold it for $30 plus shipping. So that's a pretty good flip there. Quick one too.
The gentleman who got it from, Vic, I believe, what's his name? This was like one of the things that he like really liked in it. He goes,
yeah.
I know that Remington. He like picked this out specific.
Yeah, so that's a good one. And then finally we sold a loose GameCube game. Not a super valuable one. It should be right here. I believe it's 007. I've got all the GameCube games right here. There it is. Right here. Here it is. So 007 Agent Under Fire for GameCube. We sold this. I believe it was yesterday we sold this for what was it? $3 and something plus shipping. So not a bad flip. This is all profit from a major deal we made way back in like the spring. So glad to get that out. And that is everything we're shipping out. We got to get to shipping before it is noontime, before the post office closes. So
yeah, we're
gonna get to that right now. Goodbye. All right, guys. So Pam and I have actually got this question a lot on our videos. A lot of people have asked us because, you know, people go on our eBay store and look at our listings and, you know, see our photos and stuff, and they ask us how we get the background of our photos so white. And it's a combination of a couple things. First of all, I want to say, though, in my opinion, I don't think white background photos are like super important. I know plenty of people who sell full-time. I mean, you know, Pam and I are part-time, but I know plenty of people who sell full-time and are doing ridiculous volume and numbers who don't even really use white background and put very little effort into making sure the background of their photos look really good. And I know eBay recommends it for whatever reason. They recommend that you have a white background in your photos. But to be quite honest, the importance of it I don't think is super high. I don't think it's like a major big deal. Personally, I like to have super white background photos. I don't really know why. I just kind of like how it looks, and I like, it's just fun taking photos when they look that good. So there's two tools that I use personally to make the photos look the way that they do. And I don't use this on every listing. A lot of listings, I'll just scrub it and I'll just take a picture of, you know, just regular camera settings, just take a picture. It doesn't look great, but it's not a big deal. Also, I want to mention too, as long as you get photos that show the item really, really clearly, show it, you know, in its entirety, any flaws it might have, like as long as you do that, I mean, I don't really see the big issue as far as the white background goes. That being said, I do like doing the super white background. I just like it. So two main things that I use to get it. I use these big studio lights here. I got these off Amazon. I believe they're 60 bucks. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure they're $60. I've had them for, I don't know, maybe 6 months, maybe a little longer than that. I have just two of these lights, and usually I take one of them and I have one shine down onto my photo taking area. And then the other one I have lower. Like sometimes I'll even have this lower than it is, shining directly on the item. And that's usually how I do it. And then I use also this app called the ProCam app. I actually learned about this app from Justin RVA Flips and Lonnie Garage Flips. Earlier this year, I learned about it. I actually didn't switch to start using it until much after, like a long time after they even really talked about it. And they also did tutorials on how to use the app too, like I'm gonna do right now. But it is a really awesome tool. I love it. I really do love it. It is not free. It is a paid app. I believe it's $6.99 in the App Store to get it. And yeah, I mean it's totally worth the money though. I believe that this app is only available for iPhone. I don't think Android users have access to this app. There may be some alternatives. I don't know what they are though, because I've never owned an Android phone or anything like that. So if anybody knows alternative apps to the ProCam app for iPhone, let me know in the comments below. Help out the Android users here. But I'm just gonna show you guys real quick. I'm gonna pull up an item here and photo it for a listing, and I'll just show you guys real simply kind of how I do it and the settings I use on the ProCam app. What the ProCam app basically does is it takes your phone's camera and it allows you to have full control of all of the camera settings. If you just use your regular camera on your phone, it auto does that for you, and you don't have control over, you know, the ISO, you know, the white balance, the shutter speed and all that. But the ProCam app allows you to have control over all those things, allowing you to get like super white backgrounds in photos when you have good lighting and a white backdrop. So anyway, I am going to show you guys real quick kind of how that works and how I do it. Okay, so first of all, a quick little tip. Something that I found that I ran into a problem when I first started using this app especially. I have the LifeProof case for iPhone, and you know, over time these LifeProof cases, the area that covers the lens of your camera can get like a little worn, it can get dirty, and that will really affect your photos. When I first started using the ProCam app, I was messing around with all the settings, and no matter what I did, I couldn't get the photos to look really crisp, and there was always like this weird white hue around the photos, and it drove me crazy. It took me the longest time to figure out what the issue actually was. So what I have to do, and depending on what kind of phone case you have, you gotta take the phone case off. Otherwise it might like screw up your pictures. At least it did for me. Also, I always take my camera and just kind of like wipe it off on my shirt or something, and just make sure that there's like no smudges on the actual lens of the camera, because that can also affect it too, I've found. Just a little tip there of a problem that you could run into, that I ran into. But anyway, let's get into how to use the app. All right, so I'm gonna be photographing this pair of clogs right here. I found like that, especially for shoes, for whatever reason, the ProCam app works really, really well. So I'm gonna open up the ProCam app here, and I usually like to shoot this way instead of this way. It doesn't really matter, but I like to shoot this way usually. And the three settings that I normally mess around with are these three right here. The shutter, I think that's the shutter speed right there, the ISO, and then also the white balance. And usually where I like to start, it depends on like, honestly, the time of day, because I have light coming in through the window. And it also depends on where you place your lights. But I usually like to start, for the shutter speed, I usually put it around, and you can like adjust it with these arrows here if you click on it. I usually like to start around 160, so 1/60th second. And then for the ISO, I usually put it up around 100. And then for the white balance, I put it around 5200. And that's usually where I like to start. And then depending on, you know, how it looks, like that looks pretty good, honestly. There's still a little bit of line right there. And typically I wouldn't even care. But for the sake of the video, let me see if I can change that. Let's knock down the shutter speed to 100. There we go. So I knocked down the shutter speed to 100. And it pretty much got rid of that completely, that little line. So I usually do snap. It's pretty much how I usually do shoes too. Snap, flip it over, snap it like that. And the back, I'll get the backs like that. And then I'll get one from above here. And like I said, like that's just, I mean, that's where I like to start for the settings, and then I just adjust. And it's hard to explain how to know to adjust it. It's just with time, you kind of can figure it out. And you just keep messing around. As long as you're within like 100 to 160. And then usually for ISO, I'm anywhere from like, you know, 60 to 100, usually 80 to 100, honestly. And then the white balance, I'm usually always at 5200. And sometimes these things switch, so you got to make sure. So usually the white balance, I'm at 5200, and that looks pretty good. It makes the colors nice and even. And then, you know, I'll get a picture of like inside, like that. I'll get a picture of the size. Actually, where's the size on these things? I don't even know. Oh yeah, it shows right on that little tag there. I'll get a picture of the size. And then for the bottoms, I like to do this. Just kind of do that. Then photograph the bottom. Gotta tap it so it's nice and clear. You guys can see that. Snap. And that's pretty much it. There's really not a whole lot to it. It's pretty easy. And yeah, it's just all about playing with pretty much those three things right there. So the shutter speed, the ISO, and then the white balance. And yeah, if you just start out in that kind of general area, or that general, you know, window, you should be able to figure it out. It's not too hard. But I mean, like, you guys can see, like you guys can see pretty much right there how white the background it makes it look. And like, you can tell this is just normal. It's really not that white. So it's really amazing what this app can do. And it has been like, it's really been quite the tool for our photo taking, and it's really a game changer, especially if you're into getting a super white background. I want to say that like this, we are not affiliated with this app whatsoever. No affiliation. We're not getting any kickback from recommending this thing or anything like that. It's just a really awesome app that we've had good luck with, that kind of late to the party because everybody's pretty much been talking about it for a while, but you know, everybody's been asking us kind of how we've been taking our pictures, so I figured I would share it with you. And it's been a really good tool for us to use, and just something that we really like and we really use regularly. So I hope that helps out, guys. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and if you guys have any other questions, just let me know. But hopefully that kind of gives you a good overview of the photo taking process that we do and how we get the super white backgrounds for our photos. So anyway, guys, have a great day. Thank you so much for watching once again, and we'll catch you later. See ya.